All right, we're going to start off at the ISC West event. You start by checking in at the local check-in location and then join me as we ride the escalator up to the trade show. You can see all of the signage and all the advertising, all of the awesome security devices and new companies that are being featured and showing their products. This was a massive event with about 36,000 people registered to come to this event. And I literally walked the floor for 3 days, and I still don't think I actually saw everything that was available there. So I was impressed by the size and sheer volume of this event. It was absolutely massive at the Venetian in Las Vegas. We met lots of people, and we're going to dive into some of those products here.
A camera built in.
It's got a camera built in,
Yeah.
and it's got the facial recognition built in.
RFID, NFC.
You go ahead and open it up.
Well, when you place your hand there, your thumb
There's
will
a-
automatically fall
Right on it.
right on. So it's one swift
Biometric.
And then, so this is your door position sensor, roughly.
Yep.
Right? So that's going to tell you that the door's open or closed. Man, that is going to be slick. And then this will not throw
until
that's
contact.
closed. Yeah. Wow.
So you're not screwing up somebody's $10,000 door.
Or the lock.
Or the Majority of the time, they don't care about the lock. The door's more expensive than the lock.
What is the prep? It's just regular standard.
So here's the deal, right? What's the matter with this prep? For you on new product of the year, shows.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So it's on.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, well, that's the whole problem with selling the electronic access control to, like you say, here's this $10,000 custom teak door from some artist made. Like, I mean, it's all about the door and the looks and the aesthetics when you're building a $75 million home. Then what are we going to bolt on there? A Schleg? Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then there's just standard. So this is just a through hole. Does it have the standard 2 1/8 inch hole?
Sure. I can get you the spec sheets and the cut sheets and the diagrams.
Now, do you guys also offer, was Josh saying that you guys have like a smart hub that can control access control?
So
So it's like a keypad or facial recognition, like this guy. Yeah, like something like that would control.
exterior doors.
Yeah.
With sliding doors.
Yes. Mag locks, electronic strikes. Okay.
We get outputs. There's some relays, power supplies that we sell with it. You can either put in, if a client or a homeowner, they
Okay.
can put in their code, hit it, release the doors. They can
Fingerprint.
biometric. If they didn't know, there's a doorbell. Brings up a virtual directory. So there's a QR code here that says, hey, scan this for a virtual directory.
Yeah.
Scans the virtual directory and says, Wayne's in 102. Come to this at 102, hit that, brings Wayne's app.
Yeah.
Wayne says, hey, Joel, you're here. Yep, let me let you in.
Bing.
Click,
Nice.
open up the door.
Nice.
Yeah, really, really slick. This is our only piece of equipment that's hardware.
Yeah.
So,
But it has to be because it's designed to work with a hardwired system. But it'll work with any, like I can pair, like if we set it up with, let's say, Sable maglock and secure John power supply, as long as you hook this up, then it'll still, okay.
get a electronics power supply.
Do you have to have this box?
No. So this is new.
Okay.
Just released this.
Okay.
This is our 4G. We use our app to, it has inputs and outputs, right? So if you wanted to trigger a gate controller,
Right.
use our app. One app, open a gate, everybody's one.
Right.
So what's your picture?
These are some of the work bags, and they definitely look like they're built extra rigid and extra tough to be able to handle a lot of tools. The Vito Pro Packs are specially designed backpacks and bags that will hold many tools for you, whether you're an electronic access control specialist or whatever profession you're in. Looks like they have quite a few different options. They've got a rolling bag, and everything is super tough canvas. I mean, this stuff was just absolutely overbuilt and would last a lifetime. Very cool stuff. Got a couple other things going on. We've got a robot walking around here. Got some other vendors.
Just open conversations and say, you know, let's talk about what your next step is, right? Maybe, you know, like to my early example, maybe you don't want to work in the field. Maybe let's see how you can still support the, you know, service or installation or whatever it be, you know, portfolio, but also utilizing their knowledge, their skill base. Again, you don't want to lose those teams because another organization will find a way to take and find a role for them. So if your company, as a company, you have a plan and you know, talk to your team members about what your options are to stay with your organization, you will retain that talent.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Tanner. Great to be here with you guys today. My background was just as a product manager at a large tech firm like Microsoft. Pocket machine, McKinsey & Company in certain ways. But early in my career, I had a lot of exposure to working in vertical markets, really solving really specific problems for personas desperately in need of good technology. The one example was in the education IT space, where teachers were struggling to manage the apps and settings of their students' devices, like deploying Minecraft or Excel or PowerPoint. So even the part of laptops in the front of the classroom, they were using products that were 20, 30 years old or built like on-premise solutions. And of course, teachers just want to teach and they don't want to necessarily fight their corporate teams.
There were quite a few speakers at the event, so you could sit and listen in the Career Center to some of the top-level technicians and top-level industry leaders about how they're utilizing security for their business. We'll go ahead and take some more footage of the showroom floor here so you get to see what we see, and basically it's just like being there. You can get a chance to pick up different information on products that you think might be beneficial and interesting to your particular business and service, along with just understanding what's out there and what's available. You can also increase your knowledge and networking through this process. That's what I was doing.
These are two new channels.
Okay.
They are modular. They're both stainless steel. These are Gorilla Glass and they're both touchscreen.
Okay.
5-inch, 8-inch. You can do audio, video, door release from both of them. They can call in inside station if you want them,
Okay.
or app only.
Okay.
We have two, right? This one does audio, video, door release. This one's audio and door release.
Okay.
If you're calling the app, the way that works, you can send the call right from the unit
Goes right to their phone.
right to your phone as a push notification. So it'll ring to the app, and then once we get the call to the app, you're gonna be able to see who's at the door, talk to him, and open it.
Oh, very cool.
And then you can also do virtual keys from these, from both of them. So if you have a dog walker, Amazon Eat, Uber Eats, dropping off, you can create a virtual key.
Got it.
For being closed for temporary times.
Got it.
Or you can set them to be recurring as well.
Okay.
So for that portion of it, let me show you what this.
Take a picture of it.
So the virtual key looks like this. And in essence, you're going to be able to take this to the panel and then scan the QR code, and then it'll open the door. So if I went here,
Oh, beautiful. That's great. Yeah, that's definitely what the GCs are looking for. They're looking for that everything talks to everything type of situation. Thank you so much for your explanation.
We're going to hit the floor again and check out some other products and then stop in and talk to some more vendors. Again, highly recommended, ISC West. If you get a chance to check this out, very cool show.
Good, and you?
Hanging in there.
Good.
Okay, Scott.
Viewing?
Not Huey. He covers from DC down to Florida. Okay.
You know who Gary is?
I do not.
Gary's the man. He's a blanket, right?
Oh, okay. Well, good. What do I do? I'm a locksmith and installer out of Colorado.
That's me.
Yeah, so we do cameras, we do multifamily unit installations. Thank you, sir.
I didn't even know it was I thought it was one piece.
Yeah.
This is Gary.
Hi, Gary.
So you're taking his charge, and I don't want to stop and talk to him. He's the man. I live in my
The life of Riley. We are doing access control, yes. Yeah, we usually work with general contractors, or sometimes we'll do some retrofits, but a lot of times it's a lot of new construction. We did the Aspen schools, yeah. That was all Legion products, but it was all standalone because it was retrofit. They weren't running wires to all of the rooms. So, but you know, it's just nice to know what all of the options are out there, because this customer wants this benefit and this benefit, but not this. You know what I mean?
Give the stool a smart evacuation to get out.
Gotcha.
So you've got 100 people right here on pipes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't send them on a mass notification. It's around different parts of the building.
Right.
The building may be 1,200 foot long and 300 foot wide.
Correct.
Or maybe multiple floors. But the thing is, mass notification doesn't tell you how to get out in case of a fire or an active shooter. I can tell every one of them exactly where they're at, where they need to go in order to be safe.
That's good.
Reunify them with the parents when they get through, or they don't know.
Yeah. They are building some new schools in the area. They're updating a lot of things.
Our system. So what it does is like it hooks up to multiple cameras, right? You can? Right. And so what you can do is like you can take over the speaker or the camera. So
Oh, okay.
I think in construction sites are like outdoor areas where it's like speaker is small because of the limitation to the size of the speaker to put it in,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So you can link it up. So you view it from here, but you blast the sound from the speaker.
Okay. And then is this set up to go on like one of those towers, or this is set up to go on a building, or you can do anything with it?
Anything with it. So essentially what we're trying to pitch it at is a construction site or rural areas, like big outdoor spaces where you can just deploy it because it comes with, I mean, obviously we sell all these as parts.
Yeah.
So this is a cellular router, right?
Okay.
Put a SIM in it.
Uh-huh.
That'll give you internet.
Okay.
Power. You just need to figure out how to give it power. You can do
Right.
it solar or regular power
Right.
and deploy it anywhere.
Right. Yeah. And everybody has a battery now. The lithium batteries.
Yeah, so because we don't have that, we're still working on it, but we don't supply batteries or solar power. But if you can source that, then it works.
Yeah.
And because it's cut out from ventilation or heating, so if you cold area like Colorado, you put a heater here, we supply the heater.
Does it need heat? Does it only work with a certain degree? Like, does it have problems at a certain temperature?
I mean, I don't think like if it's like really, really cold, like I'm talking Canadian cold, then probably yes, you need a heater.
Well, we're in Aspen. Negative. I mean, we can get down to 20 below.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's real rare, and it's usually only a night or two, but it can.
Probably yes, and
Okay.
yes, you can. It'll be safer to, because if you put an NVR or a switch in there,
Yeah.
probably you need heating.
Okay. And then what about heat? Like, if it gets too hot, then that needs that ventilation too, as well, correct?
Yes. That's why it's multi-purpose, right?
Yeah.
Depending on where you are, either you install a heater or a fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then they're already kind of pre-cut vents here. So you install a fan, and then the circulates here. You can all air. So and then you have a hole here. You can cut out more holes if you want to. Like it's fully customized.
Yeah. No, that looks awesome. Yeah, that will definitely solve a lot of my clients' issues that they have.
A lot of people at the show have been talking about this because construction sites is a big thing,
It is.
right? Outdoors, farm fields.
That, and when you buy this, you own it. Like the LVT or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
a lot of those other ones, it's all
Rent.
Rented. Yeah, you can. And then like, okay, well, we had an event happen last night at 2 a.m. Well, then you have to call them to get your own footage
Yeah.
back.
That
But
makes sense, right?
it doesn't make this. I bought it so that I could monitor it.
Yeah.
This, you buy it, it's yours.
That's the way you want it, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
PTCs, we have PTCs here. We also have
Yeah, this is, and that's all 4K.
yes,
Yeah,
37x motorized zoom.
that's the big daddy right there, huh?
Full lights here.
How much does it zoom?
37.
37x.
Yeah.
Wow.
37x.
Okay, so you can post it up and you can zoom like a parking lot.
Yeah.
And you can see a license plate. You can
Yeah.
see a person. You can see. Okay.
And it does auto tracking too. So if you set up an AI and you want, so let's say you say, I don't want someone to come here. If someone comes here, follow them, notify me.
Yeah.
You do that.
Okay.
It starts zooming on that too, so they capture their face or
Right.
plate.
Right.
And they send you notification too.
Yeah.
We also have this is a motorized camera, regular. So I'm talking about motorized version, obviously, and then domes here. This is a pinhole camera.
I got that one. I got that one. I got that little guy too. I always think that it's important to have a camera next to where your NVR is in case it gets tampered with. At least you have that footage on there
Yeah,
to kind of, you know what I mean? If you're not videoing where everything is
right.
and it's not in a secure location, that's part of it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And so that little guy does real good. I just popped it right on the monitor right there.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good point. We also have our speakers. So like that's an outdoor speaker, but this is an indoor speaker, so retail application. So the good thing about this is you can page.
Yeah.
Right? Without any SIP service
Right.
or internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now we have no internet here.
Right. No internet.
No internet at all.
Ah, okay. Nice. Very cool.
So that's pretty cool because a lot of people do not
So like a warehouse.
correct.
Yeah.
Warehouse, retail applications.
Yeah.
Pay like for an expensive SIP service.
Yeah.
That's
Monthly.
right there.
Yeah.
All you need is a phone that can support IP.
Yeah.
A phone set and a speaker. And that's it.
Awesome. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff like a fisheye camera here. This is also a good retail application, a 360 review.
Right.
Right here. This is that's the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can break it down into 4 components too.
Right.
So 90 degrees per view.
Right.
LPR. I don't know if you.
The license plate reader? Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that one.
It's LPR. It's the same camera.
Yeah, and I bought that specifically to help to just kind of demo and test it. I wanted to get several different products
Yeah.
so that we could really see exactly what they all look like. And then, I like to pull it up on my phone and then show them,
Right.
here's what it looks like, zoom it in, zoom it out, and then be like, oh yeah, is your,
Sure.
yeah,
So, these are app-driven locks.
Yeah.
They're on smaller scale type systems, 20 doors and less.
right,
It's really what the
okay,
market for that one is.
gotcha. Then you guys got grade 1 exit devices,
Oh, yeah. All the hardware is great one, electrified.
electrified,
Most of it's BAA compliant, so it's relevant to what we do.
are they motor or solenoid driven units?
So this is
Motorized,
Yeah.
got it, okay.
It's modular. It's designed modular, so easy to convert from one to another.
Yeah. Cool. You guys did a lot more than I expected. I'm familiar with your keypads and stuff, but cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Good. Not much pointing in having all this security if they can just break the glass, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. So your product is laminated glass?
It's polycarbonate.
It's polycarbonate. Okay.
It's the actual polycarbonate, and we have a whole system that we put in place over top of the existing glass. We retrofit.
Okay.
Big construction project. There's no tearing out your frames and your glass.
Yes, that was the main problem is there's already glass installed, but there's a huge gap and you fill that gap on the outside.
So what you see here is a typical window frame with glass
Uh-huh.
installed. You can see our frame that we put in,
Yeah.
and then our polycarbonate is right here.
Okay.
And
outside is some pretty trim. So basically, you know, the pretty trim.
Right.
Okay, so we walked in and said, hey, we want to retrofit our standard commercial windows, make them access denial. We go, there you go.
Okay. And then you just need the dimensions, and you send out a finished product that's just bolt in?
Yes-ish. We need dimensions, but we also need to make sure your frames are assessed by us. We need a little bit of real estate. Sometimes I'll get some pictures and it'll be the front of the glass and there's not enough real estate to do what they want.
Right.
Yeah, and then we're going to make the shields, and we have about 75 dealers across the country, dealer installers.
Okay.
Come and actually install it.
Okay.
So we do everything from security film, which is, you know, delay, stopping, 100% stopping, and
bulletproof.
bullets, and a stopping entrance.
Yeah, you've got to be at what, an inch and a quarter to stop bullets.
Now, if we can stop a bullet with this,
Mm-hmm.
this is a 38 special. We can stop a 38 special with that.
Okay.
We can
Probably 9 millimeters, probably the more.
stop. See it on the plastic. There we go. We can stop a 9mm right here.
Okay.
So it just depends. I just put it in my chart.
Uh-oh.
Chart.
Is it the film or the?
So we are rated
You guys.
UL 725 rating from the 9 all the way down to
AR-15. Right.
It just depends on what you want to stop. But
Does this stop AR-15 or no? You got to go bigger. Okay.
so it's gonna stop 9mm. Actually, a 9 with ricochet off of it. To be totally honest, no ricochet. It's gonna stop a 357 and a 44. That's what this is down here.
Wow.
So if you look down here, these are stuck in.
Yeah.
Feel the back side,
Nothing. Oh, well, a little. You can
but
feel-
not through.
No, not through. Yeah, that's awesome. And even multiple.
Yeah, even stacked.
Yeah. Because that's where it starts to break down. Is. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you've got products for drawer locks,
For a traffic cabinet?
traffic cabinet. Okay.
What is your company?
We Tri-County Locksmith. We do locksmith work in the Aspen area. This one, do you have a key? Oh, beautiful. Very cool. And the key holds the power?
Yeah, all the brains are in the key.
Got it.
There's no battery in the lock.
And then what's programming look like? You need a computer?
Use a device like Script to intermediate USB.
Okay.
Through a phone with a Bluetooth key.
Uh-huh.
That's a keyless lock.
Yeah, profile cylinder adaptation. Cool. Mortise cylinder. Very cool. Thank you so much.
All right, now we're going to continue on and take some more tour footage here. Just going along, picking up a few business cards, some contact information. It's always good to have good contact information for these people, and this is exactly what these conventions are designed to do. So I met a ton of people, found out a ton of information about products that I had no idea were actually in existence, and this is how you stay up with the technology in today's age, because things move so quickly.
Wayne, nice to meet you.
Solid.
You're fine.
Steel, one block.
So do you guys manufacture the Squire padlock? You do? Yeah, those things are badass.
Manufactured for 245 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Now you have electronic keys that go with them too?
So these line are all our mechanical options.
Jeez.
These ones also we've converted to digital.
Uh-huh. So is this dual custody?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have keys that work it?
Let's see.
What does this thing weigh?
10 pounds.
10 pounds. Wow. That's pretty cool, man. Okay.
This is
Yep. And then there's no shimming or anything. You're all full ball bearing in there.
and then there's key retention, so you have to
turn it. Okay, so you can't leave it open. Can't leave it dummy locked. Yep. That's awesome, man.
What about this?
Very cool.
And then permissions are through your phone.
The what?
The two factors through your phone.
Okay.
As the administrator, we're sending.
You can control program the codes from there. Do you have to put that back into housing, or it takes it automatically? Is it Bluetooth?
Through your phone.
Okay, so if this key is at a warehouse across town, can I give somebody or take away their access? How does it do that if it's Bluetooth?
Because it has to.
Okay. Okay. So you would, okay, so let me understand this straight. So let's say I send you to go open this gate out there and you didn't have access before, but I want to give you access. We just fired the old guy. He's out. I delete his credentials. I send them to you. You have your key. You pull out your phone. The phone talks to the key via Bluetooth, and now you have access to it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Very smart. Very smart. That's very, very cool. No, it's all in there. Yeah. And then there's a charging unit for that. What's, do you guys, like, what's retail on something like this?
Retail on this will be about 7.
Okay.
And then everything's because this one's got 2 cylinders, so this
Right.
one is just doing this like the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is the strongest production padlock. Somebody tried it. This is the same.
Is that the one that, what's his name, lockpicking lawyer was shooting at? Yeah. Yeah, Bosnian Bill. Yeah, I know both of those guys a little bit. So, cool. Cool stuff, man. Thanks, Noel. Yeah, if you got a card or something, that'd be great, or whatever you got. Just scan that.
Very cool. Checking out the world's largest padlock. Now we'll make our way down a couple more aisles, checking out some more high security systems, maintenance, all kinds of video, electronic access control, and we'll take a look at the multi-lock area. So we take these different multi-lock keys. These are the different multi-lock units available. 800, 600, 400, different security levels, different security ratings, and you can see that these are fully functional units, and they'll give you some demos so you can actually play with them out on the showroom floor. Very, very cool stuff. Pretty neat to watch. I like checking all this new stuff out. They've got these other display models, padlocks that use that same multi-lock cylinder technology, and much, much more. Here we've got a thin style, very ergonomic looking lever that has a code you can put in on it, and retracts the latch very easily, just like so.
Let me know if you have any questions, all right?
Thank you.
Cool. Time to take a little break. If you're in Vegas, definitely got to hit the pool.
How's it going? Good. What do you have? What do you have that's bulletproof?
Bullet resistance.
Bullet resistant.
Security.
Oh,
film.
security film.
Yeah, it goes on there, and then we can achieve bullet resistant rating
With security film.
with security.
How many layers?
It is a layering process. The thickness is about, for the bullet resistant, around like 50 mil.
50 mil. So does that come in one application, or does it?
No, it's a layering process.
It's a layering process. So explain to me how it works. We want to install this product. We order it from you.
Yeah, we manufacture, sell, and install it. So you pretty much reach out to us. You got like a client or whatever. You can send us measurements, and if you know the glass thickness, that's ideal.
Okay.
If they're looking for it, then we just pretty much write a proposal to you, and then you just be the man person. You can mark it up. You see fit.
Oh, cool.
And then
So like, what is this right here? 9 mil?
so it's 9 mil on the second pane of a dual pane core. So we got UL cert 1, 2, and 6 on dual pane quarter.
Okay.
9 mil 357.
Uh-huh.
And so that's as it goes to the first layer, it actually cools down the glass. The bullet does.
Oh, okay.
And then it catches it.
So it uses the standard glass, but the laminate applied to it. And then is it applied on both sides? Does it sandwich the glass?
Yeah, there's a graffiti film that's installed on the interior or exterior to protect the investment.
Okay.
So if someone comes up and tries to etch the glass or something like that,
right,
we can just pull off the exterior graffiti film and then replace it.
Okay.
And the actual security film that protect is on the protected side.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, I got a card right here. Okay, cool. I got a card and I'll grab one of these. Thank you very much. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. I gotta tell you, I think this is the first event that I've keynoted where people have mimosas in front of them. And it's a different dynamic that I'm actually really enjoying. So maybe, cheers to everybody. I'm gonna save my mimosa for after the talk, but so first of all, thank you, ISC West and SIA Women in Security Forum for having me. This is such a delight. I've worked in and around defense and security for more than 20 years now. And oh my gosh, I love to see so many amazing, badass women together in one place. So many congratulations to all of you. I want to give a huge shout out, of course, to the Power 100. Like, you really are a badass group of women. And I think what I love most about communities like this is not only are you out there doing the work and leading from the front, but I see you open doors for each other and say each other's names in rooms where opportunities arise. And that, to me, is the most beautiful thing. So way to go, and thank you again, SIA Women in Security Forum, for having me. So as we get started here today, I'm going to do something maybe a little unorthodox. I'm going to invite you all to join me in my inner circle, which is about to get a little bit bigger, admittedly, because I want to share some stories with you here this morning that are very personal to me. This is a lived experience that I went through a number of years ago, and frankly, I'm still kind of going through today, which you're going to hear about shortly. And this was an experience that I think has shaped me into who I am now, certainly as a leader in the defense and security space, but also just as a human being. And I spent a lot of years not talking about these experiences.
Okay, this is Wayne here, and I am with David Fogel, and we are at the Napco booth at ISC West. Tell us a little bit about some of your products, please, David.
Well, what I've got here is what I want to talk to you about was the alarm lock wireless locks that you are already familiar with and have used historically. Our wireless locks have added yet another integration, adding on to the open architecture of the product line. You've got your classic alarm lock wireless locks utilizing our gateways at 900 megahertz encrypted communication between our locking and on the gateway. I can have up to 63 locks max per gateway, and up to 7 expanders max per gateway to get the footprint for my wireless locks between our network series locks, our IP66 rated locks, or our architect series locks for your interior doors. Then these can all be connected to the gateway. That gateway in turn can be connected to our MVP EZ platform. This allows me to walk out with simply a phone, iPhone or Android, walk up, scan the QR code on the lock, or on the gateway in this case, and then add it into the system all through a phone.
Wow.
I can manage the whole system through a phone.
So we don't need to bring a device to the lock. Beautiful.
So in this case here on the panels, so you have a system where you have some wireless locks, but you need a hardwire solution as well. Then we have a 1-door panel and a 2-door hardwired panel that I can take and same thing, scan a QR code, and add the panel to the system.
Beautiful.
This is simple access control panel. It's a 2-door panel with 2 relays, 1 for each strike. A 1-door panel with 1 relay for 1 strike. Cool. It's a simple, click access control solution.
Yes.
The product itself runs on, this is MVP EZ. It is limited to 50 doors, 200 card holders.
Okay.
Now, the panels obviously, in this case, show that I can have 12,500 card holders memory in this panel, 25,000 card holders in this. Take it to MVP Enterprise, and that's the card holders.
Okay.
The number of panels, 4,000 panels.
Wow. Okay. All right, so this is definitely an expandable, scalable system.
Absolutely.
Got
And then it's also the hybrid incorporation of bringing all the wireless locks in as well.
Correct. And then you've got this series for people who don't want to see quite so much hardware, who just want the,
aesthetics.
yes,
The
aesthetics.
pretty frou-frou locks, if you will.
Yes.
It's all about aesthetics. You're into
Well,
wooden doors.
I'm in the Aspen area, so guess what? It's all about looks. It's all about making it pretty.
But even now this shown, of course, the architect having this in the back, typical like hotel alignment. We also have the embedded electronics.
Yes.
Sports inside.
And it's all gone.
And the readers, and all you have is a little clear Fresnel lens, drill a hole, bring the LED out.
Right.
The reader's in the door.
Got it.
So we actually have a version of that. That's the reader. And